Competition is actually good for gaming. It's just that the dumbest thing about the competition is the console wars. It was just last week when I was seeing comments from toxic gamers, mainly Sony fans and PlayStation gamers. And they were saying things, the general things like Xbox need to just give up. They need to just go ahead and just let Sony have it. They need to just jump out the running. My thing is this. Y'all don't want that. A company without competition is a company that does what the fuck they want to do. Take Nintendo, for example. They're not in direct competition with either of them. They do what the fuck they want to do. And they discount the games at the pace that they want to discount them. Take Zelda, for example. It's about to come out with a sequel, Tears of the Kingdom. And Breath of the Wild is still sitting at almost 50 last I checked on Amazon. Anybody that truly been in them gaming trenches during the PS2 times, and I'm talking about preteens and teens during the PS2 times. I ain't talking about a little tyke. You know what I mean? When you were going to the gaming stores, you was buying up the gaming magazines. You was even, if you was blessed enough to have the internet at the time, on the gaming websites like 1UP and GameSpot. Basically, you was keeping up with the gaming news and you was keeping up with the releases and stuff. Anyways, peep this. If Xbox said, you know what? Fuck it. We're throwing up the white flag. We're out the running. Sony, you can have it. I get a lot of toxic gamers will probably praise and cheer. I can assure you that them cheers would turn to tears. Because now Sony will be able to do what the fuck they want to do. Y'all is blessed enough to even have the PS5 priced at where it's at. Because in truth, they probably wanted to double that, maybe even triple that. Also, Sony's preferred audience is probably the Japanese. I mean, yeah, we'll get games, but they'll just get better versions and probably more games. I mean, that's how it used to be, which is why I brought up the PS2 time. So let's double back to that. Back in them PS2 days, Japan used to get the first dibs, especially when it comes to JRPGs. Take Kingdom Hearts, for example. We got the vanilla version while Japan got the final mix, which didn't make sense to me considering Disney was collaborating on that as well. Hell, some games was region exclusive. Here's an example right here. This game right here is actually a remake. It was originally made only for PlayStation and in Japan. Here's another example. This was originally only on PlayStation and PC in Japan. It took Microsoft to get it over here to the West. Also, I believe it was rumored that Sega originally did want the game to come here, but it was Sony that talked them out of it. Again, just rumored. But it sounded like Sony was like, yeah, don't worry about it. The West ain't gonna really appreciate games like this. Competition benefits the consumer.